this is what happened when he came into work crying, man. Like I said, he came into work crying. He came to me, was like, "Oh man, this girl's underage, this and that." And I'm just like, "Well, you just need to dump her." I don't know if he wasn't willing to hear that at the time, but he was kind of like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm a new man. I'm back. I'm single again." I get his brother weak, man. He dealing with this girl again. Hey everybody, it's your boy Be Humble, back with another military tale. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I got this crazy story about a young sailor who's messing around on those dating apps and how it pretty much ended his career. So we had this. I was stationed in Pittsburgh at the time. The actual location was in Norfolk Sales. I'm pretty sure they moved since then because they were talking about moving when we were there. So what happened was we had this young sailor. So I worked in the admin department. The admin office was real big, so I sat like towards the back where I sat at. So it was like maybe three desks in front of me. Then it was this desk diagonally, and that's where the young sailor sat at, right? So we had this other sailor who worked in the back. He was from Mississippi. He would always come up to the office. Hey, Homo, I know you be on that flame.com. You knocking them down like dominoes. And when he would come up, every time I would see a boy, the young sailor, always like staring out the side of his eyes. I just shaking my head. So uh, this young sailor, he was from, we'll just say upstate New York. He was in the video games. He didn't get out much. So, he kept to himself. So that was probably very intriguing to him to hear old boy talk like that. So, old boy, the young sailor, winds up going on this website and meeting a girl. They have been dealing with each other for a minute, right? Then eventually he finds out that the girl is under 18. And what's crazy is he met the girl's mom. The girl's mom knew he was in the military, and everybody, all her friends, they all knew who he was, but he didn't know, because the website, he said was supposed to be over 18. So how he wound up finding out is he said he went to take her to this club, and when they got to the door, the bouncer knew her. It was like she's underage. But he said, thinking back, because he had talked to me. Me being one of the older guys there at the time, everybody would like talk to me for some reason. That's another thing. That's where I get a lot of these stories too. For some reason, people will want to talk to me. I don't know why they chose to talk to me, tell me like all their business, which is crazy. I'm the last person you probably want to tell. But it's not like I would tell anybody's business. But back to the story. So he found out, like I said, he took her out and he found out that she was underage. But he was telling me that when he thinks back, he would see like there was certain times they would go out and they would get to a certain place and she'd be like, "Oh, I left my ID at home." And he'd go, "Oh man," that's the end of the night because he didn't want to go all the way to get her ID and come back out. So that's how things were going like that. So eventually, so that night when he found out, the next day, this is what happened when he came into work crying, man. Like I said, he came into work crying. He came to me, was like, "Oh man, this girl's underage, this and that." And I'm just like, "Well, you just need to dump her." I don't know if he wasn't willing to hear that at the time, but he was kind of like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm a new man. I'm back. I'm single again. I Get his brother weak, man. He dealing with this girl again. So what's crazy is like she took my man through the ringer, man. She wound up wrecking his car. She moved in the house with him. Like it was crazy, man. It was crazy. Like this little young girl was playing mental gymnastics, man. She could have went to the Olympics, man. The way she was jumping like doing this guy, man. What was this? She was cheating on him. Like he would catch her cheating. Not like text or anything. He would come home to his apartment, and she would be slept, have another man up in there. It was just crazy, man. And so I'm just sitting back, just listening, and he would come talk to me all the time. So one day he wound up coming to me. It's like, man, she's pregnant. So this was at the time. This was, like I said, this was back after. It was after Katrina. It was like Facebook was just not coming in big back then. So I had reached out to the individual, right? And I told her, like, quit playing games. You already underage, and this is like getting ridiculous. He's a nice guy, and stop playing like this. I never told him that I reached out to her. So a week later, at the gym, he came to me and was like, "Hey, Humbles, man, she had a miscarriage." I was just like, "Word?" I was like, "Well, that's a good thing, man. She ain't had, get pregnant. She's not pregnant anymore." So as things progressed, I never told him. If he sees this would be the first time he heard that I reached out to the girl. So she kept playing games, man. It was crazy, man. So I devised this plan with me and a boy from Mississippi. But unfortunately, sometimes your plans go awry. So the plan was she would come, we would have her come by the job at night, and I would take a picture and send it to old boy, the young sailor, and be like, "Look where your girl is at, man. She's no good. You need to leave her alone," right? So so they were back in the office with the Mississippian, right? So I slowly make my way back there. I look down at the door, and man, I don't see no light on, man. The light's supposed to be on. They're supposed to just be in there talking, and I was just gonna come in there. Oh, okay. I was just gonna take a picture, right? So I said, you know what? I slowly, turned the door, like I crept in. Then all I hear is, I'm like, oh, say it ain't so, man. So I creep, I creep up out of there, and then so the next day, man, I approached a boy. I was like, "Yo, man, what's the problem, man? I told you that wasn't the plan, man. The plan was, this, that, and the third, man. What you did was not cool, man." And my man's response was just like, "The flesh is weak, man." That was his straight up response was, "The flesh is weak." And at that point, it was like I didn't know how to respond to that, man. I had nothing to say after that, even though I'm like questioning him and going off at first, because he had more to lose than I did at the time. We won't get into that why. But I'm just like, "What was you thinking, man?" He just was like, "Flesh is weak, man." So sometimes, like my man said, the flesh is weak.